everyone, it's Matt from Southern Cast. Just going to do a little quick gear review today, and today we're going to be looking at the Picasso Magnum BW carbon railgun. So, this is the Picasso carbon railgun that we're going to review. The model we've got is a 130. As you can see, it's full carbon, it's very nicely made, and I was lucky enough to try this out in a trip to Panama quite recently. So we're going to have a little go through and just show you what it's all about. So starting at the back end, you can see it comes with a loading pad on the back. This is easily removable with a little pin on the side there, so if you prefer it without, you can quickly change. Then we have the handle. Handle is very ergonomic. It's also ambidextrous, so it can be used right or left-handed. It's plastic mould with a rubber coating, which gives it a little bit of flexibility, but it's really nice to move through the water because of the plastic body. Very rigid, and it's actually quite quick to move as well. Underneath, if you look here, you can see it's got a stainless ring attached. It's really handy for attaching your float line to it or anything else that you like to. Then we move up. You've got a full stainless trigger mechanism. As you can see, the cartridge there, sorry it's upside down, but it's a really nice touch from Picasso. They've had it machined out to actually name their brand and the model of the gun. Next part, you have a line release either side, so depending which way you prefer to load your line, either the right side or the left side, you can handle it both. As you can see from here, this here is the line release clip. Again, it's full stainless and it's just a pin holding that in. It is sprung loaded, so be careful if you do change it over, but again, you can have this right or left sided. So now, as you can see, going further down the barrel, it's got a full cuttlefish shape in one side, and from the opposite side, from head on, it's dished underneath. This helps it in the water massively. It tracks really nicely side to side because of the cuttlefish shape, but also it stabilises itself really nicely. The gun floats in the water, and as you can see there, the rail goes the full length of the gun. A bit further up, this model comes with twin 16mm rubbers. Very nice rubbers from Picasso, lots of spring in them. They use a quick wishbone method, as you can see here. It's just, if you want to change it over, quite simply, it's a double overhand knot, slide it through, job done. I've left one here that you can see hasn't been tied. So this is how it comes. Nice and easy if you want to take off a rubber or add on additional rubbers very quickly, change them over, etc. It's very handy. Underneath the gun, let me shift these out of the way. Underneath the gun there, again, you have a stainless ring. That can be used if you want to use a reel with it or to thread your line back through for double wraps, etc. On the muzzle end, you see this one is an open muzzle. It has wings either side, so again, you can line it left or right sided. I prefer that really for longer shots in the water. I think it's a little bit more accurate. But it's very low profile, not a lot of drag going through there, and all in all, it works through the water very well. Come back to this end, they do come with a reel mount. It's ready supplied if you do want to purchase a reel extra and put it in, again, no problem. You can see this model is plain, beautiful carbon, finished in a nice lacquer layer, and generally, yeah, really impressed with the gun. I found with the rubbers, they're nice and easy. As I mentioned earlier, these are 16mm rubbers. They're very soft, but surprisingly a lot of power. I'll just give you a quick... I had no issues loading this at all. So you get to that. You see plenty of them. They're very responsive rubbers. I found, well, I was advised really that a 130cm gun would be the perfect option for both blue water and reef hunting in the tropical waters of Panama where I was diving. While I was out there, for times when we didn't really get the best of viz, so what I did is I actually removed one of the rubbers and just had it single banded. I found this worked really nicely, still with a 7mm spear and a double wrap of line, just connected to a bungee underneath. It worked perfect, penetrated all the fish at close range when we had 1 metre or 2 metre veers, and you could more shoot in shadows going through the distance. However, when we got into some more open water, some clear water, it was double banded, and I was so surprised at the power these bands have. We'll have a look at the spear quickly. It comes with it. So you can see the spear here. It's got nice barb on there, and the Picasso bullet point. Very sharp, very reliable. The spear the flopper is mounted on the top, so it sits flat while you're shooting, quite nice. And this model had shark's fin tabs. They're welded on, I don't know if you can see, but they're welded on very, very well. It's very strong. That's a 7mm spear. This is a spring steel spear that's been gold coated to prevent it from rusting. You have 3 shark's fins, and then the little notch at the end. Obviously that locates on the loading mechanism. You could have your line through. I prefer to have the line through the notches here. As it went through the fish, it created like a T-bone effect, the same as the stringer, stop the fish coming off. You can see from the video, we'll quickly load the spear. It sits on the rail really nicely like this. Comes all the way down, and you'll hear the click. It's a definite click to make sure it's loaded. There we go, nice and loaded, definitely not coming out. Overall, really impressed with the gun. Definitely recommend it for any blue water, tropical hunting. It's probably a little bit overkill. It's probably a little bit overkill for UK fishing, but if you're one of these, you like your deep water and clear veers, shooting skittish fish, your gillhead bream, your black bream and long range shots, I'd definitely recommend giving it a go. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you really enjoyed it. If you want to see some more videos, summer fish getting shot, some gear reviews, please hit subscribe. Cheers.